The Immortal John Hancock here, back with another video, and today I'm revisiting some PlayStation classics. That's right. You know, I can't believe the PlayStation's over 25 years old. There's so many countless awesome and amazing games. What I'm doing today is I'm taking some classic games that I recommend. If you haven't checked out the original PlayStation library, it's huge. And what I've done is took some of my favorites on its library and want to share them and explain why they are fun to revisit now. And so sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the video. Driver has a lot to offer with some different game options. You can drive a mission. The cool thing about this game is that you can drive in actual cities. That was kind of its big advertisement when it came out, is that the levels were modeled after their actual real-life counterparts. The second one's pretty good as well. There's some additional features, but I like the original Driver. You know, this game is a lot of fun. Survival mode is by far my favorite. It's easy to get wrapped up into this game. I can't tell you how many times I've played survival mode on this. Oh, my damage already is pretty bad. So the goal is to survive, pursuit of police officers. How long can you last? The goal is to beat a certain amount of time without taking too much damage. It's so fun to you know, pass that controller back and forth and see how well you can do versus your friends. There's some crazy jumps in this game and car wrecks. It kind of has that, you know, Blues Brothers kind of feel to it. Twisted Metal 2 is probably my all-time favorite on the PlayStation. So many awesome things about this vehicle combat game. You can choose a variety of different vehicles, some returning from the first one. This really is my favorite of the series. Sometimes I play with Thumper. You go against other vehicles in an arena. There's different cities. And throughout the levels, there are awesome power-ups. You can go multiple levels too. You have a variety of different weapons you can cycle through, and you know, each vehicle has a special ability. Thumper's got like a flamethrower. It's pretty powerful. If you get in front of a vehicle, it can do a lot of damage, and so it's neat to experiment with different vehicles and to see, you know, their powers and stuff. There's also you can input different codes and button taps to do certain things. There's a shield that I activated by doing a button press. So it's pretty much survive, you know, survive at the very end, and that is how you get to the end. I am hurting. I definitely need to get some health here. So there's all sorts of neat things scattered throughout the different levels. You can activate things in the level to hurt other vehicles. Another timeless classic is the original Klaonoa, done by Namco. Very colorful graphics, unique gameplay, and enough puzzle elements to satisfy, you know, veteran players here. A lot of neat hidden secrets in this. Different enemies give you different abilities. This has that just really nice appeal to it graphically and gameplay wise. There are shortcuts. This game is difficult in some areas, but you know, I think the appeal here is it's a nice balance of good graphics, excellent gameplay. It kind of has that chill vibe to it. Up next is R-Type Delta. There's a lot to like in R-Type Delta. Some say it's one of the better shooters on the PlayStation console, and I agree. If you know, it is kind of a 2.5D, and it had some awesome graphics and great gameplay. Lots to like here. It has a classic R-Type feel with 7 levels. This is a great shooter to check out if you haven't checked out R-Type Delta. Fantastic. Graphics are good. You know, it's early 3D model graphics, but you know, there's a certain charm to it. This is a game that, you know, I recently kind of went back to after, you know, people recommending, hey, you know, I am an R-Type fan. It's one of my favorite R-Type games, and a lot of people who are into shooters say this is one of the better shooters on the console. So, if you're looking to get back into the original PlayStation, this is one of the better classic shooters. And if you're a fan of R-Type, this is a good one to check out. Up next is Skull Monkeys. Skull Monkeys is an awesome platform game. It's like a claymation style meets Earthworm Jim. And it is a pretty unique game. It's quirky. You're Clayman, the last clay action hero. And your goal is to, you know, save your homeworld. And so it's got awesome graphics. It's really unique too. It's something that you don't see a lot of games like this. This is a game that I found out about later, actually. Several subscribers that were recommending, hey, you got to check out this game. Lots of hidden secrets in this game, and it's got some really funky weapons. Highly recommend it. There's a lot to like here. If you can find this uncommon game, it just doesn't pop up too often. And so it is an uncommon game. But I had to recommend it because for a challenging platformer, totally recommend this. For people that are looking for kind of an easier platform, you will die a lot in this game figuring things out. So give it some time. You know, there's a lot to like about this game. Going back, I've never really played a platformer like this one. The closest thing I can connect it to is like I said, mentioned before, Earthworm Jim. Another favorite of mine is Tekken 3. It is an amazing fighting game. It's probably my favorite of the series just because of the amount of time I played. There's a couple different modes in this game. There's Tekken Force, nice mini game, and Tekken Ball. I am a huge Paul Phoenix fan, so I'm going to go ahead and play with this. And, you know, this is a game that I played in the arcades first. I actually had an arcade called the Gold Mine in Reading and played it there. And then when I saw that it was being released on the PlayStation, I was like, how are they going to pull that off? Now, there was some small sacrifices to this port. This is a good example of a game, while it's not arcade perfect, it had really good gameplay. It had all the moves of the arcade. With 23 different characters, there was a lot of diversity on how to fight. It had many staples that are still with the Tekken franchise today. This still is my favorite. You know, I played this a lot with my roommates. You know, part of the fun of this was playing with someone else. Oh yeah, and that was always fun to get that off. Awesome game. Definitely one of the best games on the PlayStation library. Check it out. The library on PlayStation is huge. This just scratches the surface of the amazing classics on this amazing console. Thank you so much. What did you think? What are the games that you recommend on the Sony PlayStation? Comment below, as I'd love to hear from you, and make sure to hit that subscribe button. You folks are wonderful and beautiful. Thank you for watching this video. This is the Immortal John Hancock. Thank you so much. You take care.